Secretary of Scottish Cuba Solidarity Campaign, and because there are a few speakers, and I'm going to try and be reasonably brief, because the campaign is going to have a stall, I think, at the event tomorrow, and there'll be an opportunity. It's an excellent stall. It's got a range of material that I think delegates will find very interesting, so I hope you make use of the stall. But the Scottish Cuba Solidarity Campaign campaigns to raise awareness and solidarity with Cuba in Scotland, and we meet every couple of months as a Scottish campaign, and we're very grateful for the solid support that we get from the Fire Brigade Union. And I just want to mark that up. The Fire Brigade Union provide us with premises and provide us with other resources to support the campaign. So we meet every couple of months, and we're organised on the basis of it. So we call it a collective meeting. So any member of the campaign in Scotland is invited to come to that meeting, and we set the range of activities we do at those meetings. And as well as that, there's a number of local branches that are active in various parts of Scotland, and notably in the last few months there's now an East Coast branch that has been set up, which is based around Edinburgh, and that's a very, very welcome development. Now, we feel in the campaign, obviously, it's very, very important to support Cuba, because, quite frankly, our clear view of Cuba is an example to us all, because despite for well over 40 years, this is a small island of 11 million people who have had to stand a sustained economic and trade blockade from the United States. They've also had to suffer considerable, to say the least, interference in their affairs from the United States. But the achievements of Cuba, which I think came into focus quite a bit last year on the 50th anniversary of the revolution, are quite remarkable in terms of they've got more doctors and nurses in Cuba working in the developing world than the World Health Organization. There's been great strides forward in terms of the infant mortality rate. In actual fact, the infant mortality rate in Havana is lower than that in Washington DC, and in a whole range of other areas in health and education, Cuba has been a very set a very progressive example, and this despite a really criminal economic and trade blockade, which unfortunately we thought we might see the end of through the Obama presidency. We're at the present time, get some mixed feelings on that, because though there have been some signs, the blockade unfortunately still remains in place. I just want to highlight a couple of areas, 2 or 3 areas that the campaign in Scotland is focusing on. And I hope that the delegates here visit the stall tomorrow and become involved in either the campaign or supporting our events. One of our most important campaigns is the campaign to free the Miami Five. The Miami Five were 5 Cuban trade unionists who were arrested by the FBI in 1999. And what they were trying to do was to gather information on Miami-based groups which were responsible for terrorist attacks in Cuba. What happened was that the 5 handed information that they had gathered over to the American authorities, but rather than arrest those that were planning future attacks, the FBI arrested the 5 Cuban trade unionists. They were convicted in 2001, and they received very lengthy sentences on a range of trumped-up charges, including being foreign agents and conspiracy to commit murder. And sentences at that time ranged from 15 years to double life. There's been in 1 or 2 cases recently some reductions in those sentences, but the sentences are still, basically in place. There's also been a denial of visiting rights to the families of the Miami Five, and the 5 remain in very harsh conditions. The campaign is backed by Amnesty International and a number of other organisations, and we continue to campaign around it. In terms of the Cuba Solidarity Campaign. Some other work that we've been doing, and apologies for those that don't take a wee drink, but it's kind of alcohol related, but it actually serves to highlight some points. the Bacardi company have been passing themselves over for years as a genuine Cuban rum, when in actual fact the Bacardi Corporation they left Cuba many years ago in 1965, and what they've actually been doing is they've been responsible for funding a number of terrorist attacks in Cuba and funding a number of the so-called dissident groups. And Havana Club Rum, which is a genuine Cuban rum, I mean, it's produced in partnership with a French company, Pernod Ricard, but nevertheless it is a Cuban rum, and we've been doing some work, and this has been quite interesting because through this we through the campaign we've been able to reach people who don't traditionally get involved in political or social issues. So we've been running events in some pubs who stock Havana Club Rum, who are usually quite okay about its coming, because you can usually say we'll bring a few people along, and we've turned that into a night where we'll present it with a Cuba friendly bar certificate for stocking Havana Club Rum, and we've also used the night to have one or two speakers and have the stall and raise a bit of awareness about the campaign. But the main message is to try and use a product like Bacardi to create awareness about Cuba, and I suppose there's an element of trying to be a bit creative about that, and I think some student groups have done a bit of work around that. I just think, in our campaign, I think it is very important to support Cuba Solidarity. We are trying to run a regular series of events in Scotland. We have our AGM in March or April, and we usually try and run one major event in the STUC every year, where there's a combination of music and speakers, so it's quite a good night. So I wouldn't want to say any more than that. I hope you take an interest in the stall tomorrow. There'll be other stalls here, I'm sure you'll take an interest in them as well. And I would hope that people would support Cuba Solidarity, because it is an example to us all. And Francis, I think the opening message here was we're going to stay in the fight. Well, I think the example of Cuba encourages us all to stay in the fight, because they're facing a hellish lot more difficulties than we are. So it's a tremendous example.